Next we are going to create this very cool looking calculator. Now prior to creating this one, let me remind you one thing. The difference between render workspace and design workspace as far as appearance is concerned. In design workspace, as you can see, this is not looking photorealistic. This model is simply having proper coloration in proper designated places. But in the render workspace, we are having a photorealistic image or basically photorealistic model of the same. Now I prefer to provide the appearance from the modify toolbar when I am in the process of making the design. This is done because this is more convenient for me. It can be different in your case. You can always make the whole design in the gray coloration, the default color of Fusion 360, and then you can go to render workspace and then you can provide the appearance. It depends upon the choice of the designer. So let's start creating this calculator. Again the same drill, new design and sketch in the horizontal plane. So first let's create a rectangle, a 2-point rectangle. Let's involve the origin. Let it be of any dimension. Just finish the sketch and extrude this rectangle upwards. Let all the operation be new body again because for the ease of providing appearance. Click on OK. So here let's create the display first, this one. So for this, select this face, invoke the rectangle command, just zoom inside, select any prominent point and let it be of any dimension. Whenever you have created a rectangle, you can always left click on any of the edge and you can drag it. Finish the sketch. Select this region, press pull and just press pull it outside. Let the operation be again new body. Let all the operations be new body. So this has created the display area. Let's provide certain fillets beforehand. Otherwise we might forget to do so afterwards. Just a little bit. And in the display also. And we are all good. Next we have to create these buttons of the calculator. So for this we are going to create only one of these and we can use the rectangular pattern command to generate all the others. So let's do this. Select this face, invoke the rectangle command. Select anywhere, somewhere over here. Let this one be exactly a square. Now as soon as we have done that, finish the sketch. Left click, right click, press pull and just pull it just a bit upward. Let the operation again be new body and click on OK. Now from this surface, again invoke the rectangle command, but this time select center rectangle and just trace the center point or midpoint. The midpoint is shown with this triangular icon. From here just trace it down. Also trace it from here, from the midpoint of this edge, and you can get the center point. And from the center, let's create a center rectangle. It should be greater than the square that we have created earlier. Finish the sketch. Select this region, select this smaller region by pressing Ctrl in the keyboard. Right click, press pull, and let the distance or the extent type be to object, and select this surface. And our first button is created. Let the operation again be new body. Click on OK. Now we need to create similar buttons over here and over here. As you can calculate, we have 4 buttons in this row, followed by 3 buttons here, 3 buttons here, and 3 more here. So basically we need 12 more of these buttons plus 1 more over here, 13. So basically we will start creating these 12 buttons first, that is CE, divide, multiply. This one was minus the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 9. These buttons are what we are going to create first, and we are going to understand how to create all the other buttons afterwards. So let's focus on this one, but prior to that, let's provide fillet to this existing CE button. Alright, and now a very important thing. As you may have noticed, whenever we were finishing any 3D model, any design concept, afterwards we were providing appearance. But in this case, or in fact in any other case, you can provide the appearance on the go. Let's say I am going to provide appearance for this one, for this button only. Let it be paint. Let's make it glossy and black one. And for the bottom elevation, or for the bottom elevated solid portion, let's make it a emissive material so that it can highlight in the model. Let's select emissive. Let's select anything, let it be green for now, and then we can go here, we can edit, and we can change the coloration from here. Just click on done and close it. So now our first button is created, which is having a different coloration than the rest of the model. This gray coloration is the default coloration for Fusion 360. And these 2 coloration that we have provided, these 2 appearance that we have provided was via modified toolbar. Now comes the fun part. When we invoke the rectangular pattern and select the features, this fillet, this extrusion and the previous extrusion, and let's select direction for this one. Now the generated output will also have the same coloration that we have provided. This is the beauty of Fusion 360. Now here what we needed 12 of these buttons, 4 over here. So basically let's write it 4 for this side. Now for this side, actually we need 3 of these, 3 more of these from this side. So basically we have to write 4 over here. Alright, let's drag it somewhat. We can always extend this one to fit the calculator, so there is no need to worry. Now as you can see, we need only this particular portion, CE to number 1 and multiplication to number 3, and just one minus sign over here. So only these we required. We don't require anything else over there. So what we can do, as you can see, all the buttons have been created by default. So we can just right click in the timeline and edit the rectangular pattern, and let's click on suppress. As soon as we click on suppress, we will get these tick marks on the buttons, and wherever we are clicking, they will be out of the model. So this was desirable. Just click on OK. Now we only need this 0 and this dot sign, this decimal sign, this equal and this plus sign. So we have to just extend this model just a little bit. Alright, we are all good. Next, let's add these two buttons first, plus and equal. So for this, we need to start with a new rectangle, or basically a new sketch on this face. Just trace this area and trace this area. If you're not getting any snap point, as I told earlier also, you can project it. Let's project this body and project this body. Click on OK. Now you can snap it from this point and this point. Okay, we got the point here also. Alright, just finish the sketch. Select this region, press pull. Let it be up to this particular distance and the operation be new body. Click on OK. Similar thing we need here also. So what we can do, again we can use the rectangular pattern. Select bodies, select this one. For the direction, select this one. Just drag it over here. And the quantity, let's make it 2. Just zoom inside and just adjust it somehow. Alright, this looks good. Let's move it a bit further. Click on OK. Yeah, this much is sufficient. Alright. Next, only 2 buttons are remaining. This one and this one. So for here, for the decimal sign, we can again use what? Rectangular pattern. For this, you have to be very careful because we are having 2 bodies over here. This one and this elevated one. And for the direction, let's select this one. The quantity has to be obviously 2. Alright, click on OK. Now for the 0 number, this one, we have to again create by sketching. Let's project this body, click on OK. Invoke the rectangle command from this point to OK. We need to project this one also. Invoke the rectangle command, trace this point also, somewhere from here and here. Finish the sketch. Right click, press pull up to this much. Let the operation be new body again. Click on OK. Now let's finish providing the appearances and then we can provide text to these buttons. Let's fast forward this one. Now here in this particular phase, we need emissivity. We need something which can highlight the calculator just like this one. So here we can again provide appearance, but this time to the face only, and select this one. Let it be here. Now we are all good to go to add text to these. So for this, let's create a sketch first. Let's provide the display numbers. For this, go to create and text, and let's create a prominent text box over here, and let's write something different. 3.14. Align it to the right and then to the bottom, because this is how anything looks in the calculator. You can change the font type also. Let it be 3.14 only for now. Click on OK. Now, as soon as I finish the sketch, I can select this text, right click, press pull, just pull it just a bit downward and click on OK. Next comes the part where we have to provide text on the buttons. We have to label these buttons. For this, first one is CE. Again, we have to create a new sketch, or we can utilize the old sketch also. Create a text. Try to involve the whole button so that your text will remain in the center. Let's write it CE over here and reduce its size. Let it be 7. Let's align it in the middle followed by center and click on OK. Now our work is not done here. We have to create text on all of them. So the most prominent way would be to copy and paste this particular text. Just left click on the text followed by M in the keyboard, which is for move command. Now here you have to click on create copy and then move this one. Click on OK. Repeat the same process. And this one would be the last one. So now we have officially provided text to each and every button in this calculator. Now is the time to label them properly. For this, we have to simply double click on any text. Let's change it. This one is supposed to be divide followed by multiply followed by minus sign. So this one would be divide. This is multiply. And this one is minus sign. Now here we have to write numbers in this order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's fast forward this process. Now let's rename the remaining buttons. Now finish the sketch. Select all the text by pressing Ctrl in the keyboard. Just zoom inside if you are not able to select them. And do not forget to hold the Ctrl button. Alright, I think everything is selected. Right click, press pull. Just pull it just a bit upwards. Like 0.5 in my case. And let the operation again be new body. And click on OK. Now comes the last part, to provide the appearance to these extruded labels on the buttons. Let it be emissive only. And this is the reason why we are having operation as new body every time, so that we can provide the appearance very easily. But I think we have missed one here, this decimal one. Show the sketch. Select this, right click, press pull up to here. Let the operation be new body. Click on OK. So let's provide appearance to every one of them, every labels, to every numbers. Now go to render workspace. Let's hide the sketches. I think one or two places we have not provided. Let's do that also. Go to appearance. Let's provide this to 5 and 4. And our calculator is complete.